The DNR and the NRC have chased families out of the sport over absolutely insane anti-nature, anti-science regulations. The hunters and fishermen and trappers of this great state and nation are responsible for the healthiest wildlife populations since the 1700s. I hope you're registering this information, because when I've testified before, I've testified the irrefutable truth, logic, and common sense that if I move apples closer to my terminally ill young boy, because when boys and girls are about to die, for years they've asked to go hunting with Ted Nugent before they die. Is there a more powerful connection than that? There isn't. And according to the DNR and the NRC, those billions of apples falling from the trees in Michigan are somehow going to cause a disease if I move them. That's insanity. And the people who enforce it and create these policies would qualify as insane. And they've ran people out of this state. There's a law in Michigan that wildlife policy has to be based on science. What's the science of a bull case? So I got rid of that law. When I started hunting, some man thought he had control whether I hunted out of a tree or not. Is that man in attendance here that has control over my tree climbing? No man has control over my tree climbing. There were 11 counties that it was forbidden to hunt on Sunday. Who is the man that can intervene between God's nature and my recreational, sporting, spirit connection to the good earth that can tell me that somehow mysteriously the hunting season ends when the sun goes down on Saturday? That's insane. So we got rid of that law. I beg you, on behalf of the people that come up to me every day, get rid of these insane violations of Prop G that says the game laws have to be based on science. And then the DNR sued me, and it said in the suit, this is funny. This is funny. They claim I had feral Russian boar. Well, for all of you who went to school in America, feral is an escaped domestic animal. My pigs were on the preserve. They had escaped, so I'm being sued for something that doesn't exist. And Russian boar, there's no such species as a Russian boar. A Russian boar can only be a male pig that lives in Russia. It's not a species. I asked them, would you sue me for having pterodactyls? Because I have as many pterodactyls as I have feral Russian boar. And after tens of thousands of wasted hard-earned dollars, some judge finally went, yeah, I guess they're not feral, and they're not Russian, and some of them are females. I hope this pisses you off, because everybody that comes up to me is just living. My dad raised me in the discipline of conservation, marksmanship, safe gun handling, and the perfection of venison as the healthiest diet in the world. And now Michigan is now the laughing stock in the nation. As Representative Bork explained, I could cry tears of blood up here. There's no place I go where families don't come up to me with horror stories of being given a ticket because he has a salt block on his farm. And they'll do it under the lie of chronic waste disease that has been proven scientifically. This is not a guitar player's hunch. The science is in. People can't get chronic waste disease from a deer. Look it up.